Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your final hot take, final video of the day. Now you'll notice I only got 3 videos, but I got 2 BitChute Rumble exclusives today. So get over there, check them out, both highly political. This is going to be very political too, but hopefully politically acceptable for YouTube, I guess. But let's see. Joe Biden backtracks on police oversight commission as Black Lives Matter riots erupt in Minnesota over police shooting. That's one of my videos. I missed this one. So yeah, sure. That makes sense politically. He's just gonna step back and try to let things die down before he pushes for anything. I'm sure he's gonna have a big statement at some point. But he's got to wait for the facts to come out. If you idiots in the Biden admin push him out there and have him make a statement before all the facts are in, you're very dumb. You're very dumb because it does not look good. It does not look good. And you'll see in my other video. Zuckerberg Group gave Detroit $7.4 million to dramatically expand vote in key city to Biden win. The Center for Tech and Civic Life's donations to blue strongholds are attracting increased attention, controversy. I don't know why. It was the most secure election ever. Honk, honk, wink, wink. Senator Rand Paul, blasts Dr. Fauci as petty tyrant. Also, another one of my videos on the other channel. I'm just reading the headlines here at YouTube. Top immunologist continues to ignore 100 years of vaccine science, says Rand Paul. Also, a medical guy. NBC says the lack of white supremacists at White Lives Matter rallies is evidence of white supremacy. Of course. It's kind of like an improv premise. Like, they start with the premise, and no matter what happens, no matter how ridiculous you justify the premise. And that's what they do. They start with the premise and they just continue to justify it. And that's why it's so easy to dunk on these woke idiots. Because they don't follow the facts, they just follow their narrative, no matter where it takes them. All right, getting into the headlines. Will Smith movie Emancipation abandons Georgia over voting restrictions. Okay. I guess. I guess you'll give all that money to another state instead of, the black actors in Georgia who would have gotten all that work. Because I assume Emancipation takes place during the Civil War and it's about slavery. Might not be. I mean, I guess it could be a cop film in the future, but I kind of doubt it. Pentagon scientists unveil microchip implant that will sense beer virus in the bloodstream. From Big League Politics. Yeah, I don't know. I'll wait for a second one on that, Big League. I mean, possibly. White evangelicals' unchristian attacks on Raphael Warnock attacks says it all. Say it all. Look, there's no denying that Warnock is an odd duck, okay? He's got some weird things going on. His wife said weird things about him, I believe, or ex-wife. I don't know if she's an ex or current. He also had that weird tweet at Easter, kind of like downplaying Christianity or Jesus. He's an odd guy. He's an odd guy. And I expect him not to finish his term. I expect him to have to resign in disgrace. Because he just seems like he's got something. He's got something going on. It's just my gut feeling. Biden wants to do big things for America and history. He should get them done anyway. This is a bizarre, I guess you'd call it a rant from USA Today. It's on Yahoo News here. And it makes Joe Biden sound like a hero who's going to do historic things. But at the same time, it chastises him for not doing historic things, even though it's talking about his job plan as if it will do historic things. His job plan will do nothing but put this country into debt and recession. That's all it's going to do. It's meant to bribe people, and that's all it will do. It'll bribe people to vote Democrat because some people will get enough of a bump and enough of a job that they'll say, oh, I did great under Biden. For some people. Those people continue to be in the minority, though. And that's what Biden doesn't really get. He has always been a guy who cheated off of somebody else's paper. And unfortunately, he's cheating off of FDR. And FDR's policies were not good. They were not good. They helped expand the Depression. They didn't help end it. They helped expand it. And no, World War II didn't get us out of the Depression. Go to Mises.org for that explanation. I don't have time to get into it. China launched a tip line so citizens can report internet users who insult the Communist Party online. That's the people who gave Biden 2 stacks. And I'm sure Biden would love to have something like that. Something similar. Some kind of hotline to report people who are extremists. You watch. The Democrats will push for some kind of hate crime legislation online. I don't think they'll get it, but that they try it is terrible. Kennedy, Biden infrastructure plan has more red flags than the Chinese embassy. Yeah, I'm sure. Don't pass it. I mean, filibuster it. Do something. But, you know, they're going to have to probably compromise. The Republicans are in a minority, so whatever they can get, they can get. Nevada GOP censures Secretary of State for ignoring voter things, I'll say, and certifying something in 2020. I'll let you go check that out on Gab Trends. Jesus, should be another one I got to make exclusive. California teacher yells at students over virtual learning, insults white students in leaked Zoom footage. Okay. Let's see what this is about. This seems a bit odd. Angry over parents' opposition to the ongoing stalling tactics of the teachers' union over in-person learning, and also made racial insults about white students. The teacher in question, Alyssa Pirro, who teaches English at San Marcos High School in San Diego County, was filmed by a family member of one of the students in attendance and could be heard yelling at the students on several occasions. If your parents want to come talk to me about how I'm not doing a good enough job in distance learning based on what you need as an individual, Pirro said asked in a raised voice, just dare them to come at me. Pirro added that she was, quote, so sick to my stomach of parents trying to tell educators how to do their job. Ooh, them's fighting words. Well, maybe we won't allow you to have a job anymore. Because, you know, it's pretty easy to get a teacher fired these days. At one point, Pierre also insulted a white student named Jake after he asked about whether or not some of the students would start their own white student union. Pierre can be heard remarking, you don't need a white student, Jake. You get everything. Well, come on. That's not an insult, really. That is ignorance, I would say. And she should have just said no. Don't do that. That would be dumb. The mother who filmed the footage admitted in a Facebook group for parents in the San Marcos district that she, quote, held on to the video for 3 months and hardly told a soul, fearing retaliation, but she eventually shared the video after she, quote, felt awful for not standing up for those kids sooner. Describing Pirro as a bully, the mother admitted that her son tuned her out whenever she went on such rants, and he was just trying to get through the class. That is exactly what's wrong with education. The mother said she directly reported Pirro's behavior to the principal, Adam Dawson, but no action has been taken. Well, now that it is being on the internet and whatnot, perhaps there will be. I don't know if she should be fired. She certainly should be called out and said, hey, listen, you don't talk to kids that way. You don't yell at people. You don't dare them to come at you. It's very unprofessional, I would say. I'm sure she's a woke, another woke warrior, but if you fire them all, there'd be nobody left in the school. Iran blames Israel for the sabotage at Natanz nuclear site. Possible. I mean, they've done it before, so the Mossad can get you. Oh, they'll get you. Those guys are good. They are good. Getting Frank, Mike Lindell's new social media debuts this week. Oh, it's just called Frank. Okay. Frank.com, I guess. I'll check it out. Why not? It's yet another account and profile I'll have to make. God, I got so many of them. I guess this is the same teacher. Yep, in San Marcos, who says she's sick to her stomach of critical parents. Look how wonderful and blonde she is. I don't get these. Well, I get it. I guess she's probably another woke warrior, another woke person who just can't shut up. Brazil's gigantic new Christ statue is even taller than Rio's. Cool. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it has like a thing where you can go up in the elevator and see out of his eyes. That would be kind of cool. Vladimir Putin shows off his fearsome robot tanks. Yeah. I don't know how useful tanks are anymore, but we'll see, I suppose, at some point. Cotton, New York's homeless veterans ineligible for $15,000.6K in payments to illegals. Yeah, that seems very wrong. You give illegal aliens thousands of dollars and not homeless veterans? Come on. Look, I'm not for giving out money, but if you're going to give it out, give it to the homeless veterans first. They deserve it. Fauci. God, there's so many things about Fauci today. It's still not okay to eat or drink indoors, even if you're vaccinated. Again, if you want to hear my rant about Fauci, go to BitChute and Rumble. Vanuatu's Prince Philip worshippers say his spirit... I don't want to read that. Who cares? I mean, it's bad Prince Philip died, but... Illegal alien charged with killing father of two and drunk driving. Car crash, not good. Coffee vendor forced off Boise State campus for supporting police takes legal action against university. Good. I mean, even in Idaho, everybody's woke on the university campus, right? Wisconsin Supreme Court says don't purge voters from rolls. Okay. I mean, if they're dead, they should go, right? Let's see what they're saying. Just real quick. Commission should not remove from the rolls voters flagged as possibly having moved, something conservatives have wanted done for nearly 2 years. Well, if you've moved, why wouldn't you have their voting registration deactivated? I don't understand. If it's been 2 years, it seems right. Trump, the key to Republican success is more Trumpism. I would agree with that. Fox News picked up the story about James Franco and the disaster artist. So we'll see if that goes anywhere. I noticed Seth Rogen hasn't said anything yet. It's interesting. He had a lot to say about all kinds of things. He's not talking about this. Ratcliffe calls Hunter Biden's claims completely false narrative. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, look, how are you going to trust a guy who's addicted? He's an addict. Even if he's not an addict currently, if he's not, if he's clean now, addicts are addicts. Teacher caught again. New Hampshire track coach fired for refusing to make athletes wear masks, speaks out on Tucker. Yeah, that seems stupid to make them wear masks while they're running. I mean, they got to breathe. I assume, they're going to be outside. So why would you make them wear masks? I mean, look, I get it. You're trying to keep the kids from getting infected, but they're doing something athletic. They're healthy. They're very healthy. Unless the kid's got a comorbidity, he probably should not be wearing a mask while he's running track and field. Track and field coach. Track and field. You're outside. You're outside. I've seen kids run during the pandemic. The high schoolers, they run, and I don't see them wearing masks even now, even before. And this is New Jersey. That seems excessive. If you're outside, I think you're fine, for the most part. I mean, obviously, there's a chance, but my God, you're talking about healthy teenagers. Their chances are very, very infinitesimal. You can't keep them wearing masks while they're running. Especially a kid who's got asthma or something. But a kid who got asthma is probably not running track and field. Probably. Anyhow, that's the headlines. Again, check me out on BitChute and Rumble. And Little Joan. Little Joan, you made it through all 5 videos. I'm so proud of you. All I had to do was stuff you full of bacon. You good doggy. Such a good doggy. I'm going to go reward good doggy with a walkies. And we will see you tomorrow.